Long story short, yes, 16 of these 35 amp hour lithium iron phosphate batteries, 29 hours. That air conditioner, this Alpicool set to be a refrigerator, this Alpicool set to be a freezer, and these two overhead tube lights. If you want to see the details and the struggle involved, watch the rest of the video. So the air conditioner has just started up. It's a little bit before 9 in the morning. Okay. So this one extension cord coming in from the house is running everything in the boat. So everything is now turned off, including the overhead lights, the freezer, and now everything one-handed. All right. Alright, here we go. Air conditioner is on. I'm gonna set this a bit lower. Setting the air conditioner to 65 so that it will run all day. It's January 10th, but this is Merritt Island, Florida, and the forecast is for 79 degrees today, which is just about the temperatures that I'll get in the boat at night in the summertime, or the outside temperatures. Oh yeah, just a minute. I forgot something. My kilowatt meter. It's not scientific if it's not on the kilowatt meter. Watts. Really? 97 watts? Oh, the compressor probably hasn't started yet. Kilowatt hours used, 0 at this point. Right. Amps, 93 amps. Volts, 108.8. Really? All right, here we go. 400 watts. That's more like it. So the compressor is now running on the air conditioner, and we are using 400 watts. That's more believable. And set this to kilowatts. And now that we're underway, it is exactly 9 a.m. So, the question is, will this run everything, including the freezer, the air conditioner, the overhead lights, the other smaller freezer? I'm running all of this, right? That's on. That's on. This one is at freezing. Well, no, this is Fahrenheit. This one is at 0 Fahrenheit. -1 Fahrenheit now. It'll go down to -4. And this one is set at 31, which, so it's the refrigerator. It's 9 a.m. The boat is running on batteries. The air conditioner is set to 65 degrees. I'm gonna go get some coffee. Alright, well, even though it's set for 65 degrees, the air conditioner is cycling on and off. Whoa. What the hell? No, 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 stop, 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 stop. Okay, well, that's not going as I had planned. See, back here, some things are out of sight. Oh, and therefore out of mind. And that just looks so dangerous. So when the power cut out, I saw sparking back there. The breaker did not trip, but I tripped it manually. And now I'm gonna fix that. And I'm adding a little bit more heat shrink to the end of this. Just because the metal part of it looked dangerously close to the housing on the inverter. Why am I afraid? Alright, here we go again. So that was maybe off for 10 minutes at the most. It's now 10 o'clock. Well, 10:05. And it was just a few minutes before 10 when that happened. And I don't really know whether it's been on and off while I've been gone fixing breakfast or not. But I guess it's only an hour, so this will probably be a good enough test. 130 watts. And that'll change in a minute when the compressor on the air conditioner kicks in again. I just heard it kick in. Yeah, there we go. 400 watts. Or 15. That probably means that the freezer or the fridge are running at the same time. That would figure, because everything shut down. And now it's all turned back on at the same time. Okay. So that's been my morning so far. Almost burned the boat down. I'm gonna have some coffee. Got me some bacon, because I'm kind of carnivorous. Who doesn't like bacon? And because I'm so overconfident in myself, I guess I'll spend part of the day putting the tools away that I use for making the battery and whatnot. And there's a lot of stuff involved in that project that I really can get out of the boat at this point. I'm sure as soon as I get it all picked up, the next project will require me to bring it all back in here again. But maybe with some luck, I won't have to bring all of it back in. Oh yeah. So the bolts or the nuts on that inverter are M6 nuts. Just for reference. That turned out convenient. Oh yeah, and a set of these little metric mini combination wrench set. Those are really handy for working in small spaces like in that battery, and you don't have the big handle of the wrench sticking out where it can hit the other bus bar while you're tightening stuff on one. Okay, so back to creation. Start cleaning up my mess. That air conditioner is kind of cold. Nice cool breeze blowing past me here. Of the kilowatt hour, and that's 11 o'clock, and everything restarted at 10, averaging about 400 watts so far. The air conditioner has not shut off. It's set for 65 Fahrenheit, and so it probably will not shut off at all today. It's supposed to be 78 or 79 degrees in Merritt Island today. So we'll have the radiant energy of the sun and the surrounding warm air to deal with the air conditioner. So this is probably fairly comparable to what it'll be like in the summertime at night, air conditioning the boat. Actually, it'll take a little bit more power to air condition now. And that's mainly because at night the air will be 78 degrees, but you won't have the radiant energy of the sun warming the deck and the top of the boat. It's pretty well insulated. I mean, I can feel a bit of warmth. Oh, the windows are quite warm. But this, I can hardly feel any warmth at all coming through the deck. That is really nice. The McGregor 25s did not have a ceiling like this. And so the ceiling got very hot. In the blue boat, I put in, I think, 2-inch styrofoam insulation and then had all of the LED lighting recessed into that. And that helped a lot. But this actually has a molded ceiling separate from the underside of the deck. And apparently there's foam in between because the ceiling is not warm at all. Son of a bitch. All right. 1:15. That was disappointingly quick. .75 volts. Okay. Okay, so this is a backup charger. This one is made for lithium iron phosphate batteries, but will only charge at 20 amps. Input 100 to 120 volt AC. Output 14.4 volts, 20 amps. Let's clamp down there and we'll plug this in. And it's 1:30. So 1, 2, 3, 4.5 hours. That is pretty disappointing for that. 268 watts. So yeah, that's our 20 amps going into the battery. Start over with kilowatt hours and we'll just see what happens. Okay. Hey, at least I came by the boat just a few minutes earlier and heard the air conditioner running. And I cleaned up some stuff out at the dock. And when I came back, I mean, it couldn't have been more than 10 minutes later and everything was shut down. So 4.5 hours. That's all I get. I was hoping for 10. Alright, well, I guess the next experiment is to charge this and see what I get. Alright, this is interesting. Alright. This is cycling on and off. The fan will turn off and the green light will be on, indicating full charge. And then in a few seconds it'll start the fan and this will turn red. There we go again. So it thinks the battery is fully charged. Another day is coming to an end. It's 6 p.m. This is day 2. All right, and we have put 8.36 kilowatt hours into the battery pack. Or more accurately, we have burned up that many kilowatts attempting to charge it. And our voltage at this point is 14.39, sometimes 14.4, which should be a 100% charge. And since this thing seems to be cycling on and off, I think it's basically just maintaining charge in the battery. I don't know. I'm tempted to leave it on overnight. So that the battery is at a full state of charge tomorrow morning when I do a test to run the air conditioner and see how long it'll run and test its capacity. Or I could turn the charger off overnight. And the battery would probably settle to some lower voltage. I think what I want to do is leave it on the charge overnight. This is a more realistic test of the way it would actually be used. I would bring it up to a full state of charge, hopefully during the day running the generator, and then starting with it at that 14.4 volts, I would then run the air conditioner and discharge the battery. And how long would that go for? I mean, that's what I want to know. So letting it sit for 12 hours off of the charger before I start my test, that's not really the conditions under which it'll be used. And even while I'm standing here, the amount of time this is turned off is getting longer, noticeably longer. And then it's on just for a few seconds, and then it's off for quite a while. So yeah, I mean, making an analogy to lead-acid batteries, we are now in float charge mode, where it's just basically maintaining the battery. So yeah, I'm going to set an alarm for early tomorrow morning, maybe. Or I may ignore the alarm and sleep in, right? At any rate, tomorrow I should try to do the test once again with a battery that I know is as charged as I'm going to get it. And we'll see what happens then. Okay, 9:30 the next morning. And this is off. Let's see. We have consumed 8.51 kilowatt hours. I'm going to disconnect the battery charger. Alright, the boat is now plugged into the inverter. 136 watts. I'm still waiting for the compressor on the air conditioner to start. I think I just heard it, yeah. Alright. Alright, about 360 watts at the moment. And of course, kilowatt hours at this point is 0 because we're just starting out. And let's see, with the load on it, with the load on the battery, what is its voltage with the load? Wow. .3 13.29 at the bus bars with this much of a load on it. That's a little surprising. Alright, it is a little after 9:30. Alright, 1:15. We have used 0.95 of a kilowatt hour. The air conditioner is not running at the moment. The temperature in the boat is not especially cool compared to outside, which is not that hot, really. I think it's just cool enough outside that the air conditioner doesn't have to, there it goes, doesn't have to run much. But it does run. It just turned on. And let's see, with the load on, 13.15 volts. 3:30 in the afternoon. Air conditioner still running. We have taken 1.6 kilowatt hours. 13.08. 6 p.m. Air conditioner is not running. It's kind of cool outside. The freezer I can hear running. We have gone through 2.1 kilowatt hours of power. Battery voltage, 13.0 volts. It's after 9 p.m. The air conditioner is running. The inverter has produced 9.49 kilowatt, 2.49 kilowatts, 12.99. And while I was just in here, the air conditioner has shut down again. So it's cycling on and off, but it's not running continuously. So if there's power in here a little bit later, I'll come in and turn the camera on again. 10:15 at night. 2.59 kilowatt hours. 13.02 volts. It's midnight. The air conditioner is running at the moment. We have used 2.82 kilowatt hours of power. Battery voltage 12.9. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. Air conditioner is running. We have taken 4.02 kilowatt hours from the battery, 12.8 volts. It's now noon. The entire boat's been running 27 hours. The inverter has produced 4.8 kilowatt hours. The voltage in the battery is now 12.6 volts. Just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, day 2, so 28 hours. Air conditioner is running at the moment. We have produced 5.31 kilowatt hours from the inverter. 12.49. 2 in the afternoon. Air conditioner is still running. Inverter has produced 5.68 kilowatt hours. Voltage in the battery is now 11.1. Yeah, we are getting to the end of our discharge curve and voltage is falling off a cliff. And I don't know, I think we've kind of figured out what we're going to figure out here. So we started at 9 a.m. We went 24 hours till 9 a.m. 25, 26, 27, 28 hours now. We have been running the air conditioner, these 2 tube lights, this Alpicool that's set up as a refrigerator, and this other Alpicool that is a freezer. So we have operated all of that. And the air conditioner cycled on and off at night, but was on mostly all the time during the day. And I guess this is our bonus video. This guy is on the air conditioner and will get kicked out of the boat. Okay, yeah. And I don't really need to take the batteries all the way down. 5.7 kilowatt hours is less than I hoped for, but more than 24 hours running all of this stuff is more than I need. And yeah, the air conditioner did shut off quite a bit, was on and off overnight, but during the daytime it ran pretty much all the time, or most of the time at any rate. So not bad. Definitely not bad. Definitely good enough. Okay, so I'm going to rearrange some things. Bezos has brought this adapter which plugs into a normal cord and should work with this plug on the 75 amp battery charger. So I think what I want to do this time is to try to charge it with the big charger and see about how long that takes. So I'm going to shut the camera off and rearrange some cords, and then I'll start the camera again. Okay, so I have now engaged the breaker. Actually, what I did was I plugged this in. Right, I reversed my extension cord. This is not plugged into the house. It is currently drawing 1090 watts. And once it was plugged in, then I closed this breaker. So it should now be pumping its 75 amps at 12 volts into this battery pack. And just for fun, what we're reading at the bus bar at the moment .72 volts, 7.3, 7.4, 7.5, 11.76, 7.7. Okay, so we are charging the battery. It's at a fairly low state of charge at the moment. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I just heard that breaker trip. This is an 80 amp breaker on what should be a 75 amp charger, and we have just pulled the breaker. Oops. Watts, and we are down to 13.9 watts, which must be its standby power, its waste power. So this is an issue. Whoa, 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 I just heard something go snap. What the hell was that? Well, let's see, this breaker is still connecting the inverter, which does not need to be connected. Oh, I wonder if that click was the breaker has now cooled off enough that it's bimetal thing has returned to its normal position, so I should be able to engage it. We are now back up to 1100 watts. And my guess is that breaker is going to trip again in just a minute or two. $1,100. I'm hearing a noise over there. don't know. I do not like the sounds of this. 1,115. I mean, yeah, the current was going up and the breaker has just pulled. Not good. I think I'm going to plug this one in, because I know this worked the other day. It's only going to pump 20 amps in, and yeah, I don't really have a breaker. It does have a built-in fuse, right? Alright, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn the camera off so I can use both hands. Alright, so this little charger is running. It should be putting 20 amps in. Yep, and there went the circuit breaker. There's two 40 amp blade fuses right there. So it is supposedly protected by those two fuses. And I don't know, I could remove the circuit breaker and hope for the best. Alright, for now I'm just going to put it on this little charger. I mean, the boat's sitting in the driveway, so I'm not someplace where I really need to charge it during the day in order to use the battery overnight. So, since this is not an actual situation, I guess I'll just plug in that battery charger again and unplug the 75 amp one, and I'll just let it recharge on this.